Hey guys, Captain Smash here. Today's topic is 7 key strategies for not gaining weight while on quarantine. So now, most of us are stuck at home without the access to a gym or a job. We got our kids around, everything's stressful. We're losing our minds here. So, and what's the most convenient thing to do when you're stuck at home? Well, the refrigerator's right over there, and every few minutes you're like, oh, I'm freaking hungry. So here's a couple key things to keep in mind when you're under quarantine and you're trying to maintain a healthy weight and keep that physique looking strong. So, number 1, stock up on fruits and vegetables. These are super important both for helping boost our immune system and keeping us healthy, but additionally, they also don't have a lot of calories and you can eat a little bit more of them because they're more nutrient dense than calorie dense, and so you can eat a little bit more of those type of foods without adding a lot of extra weight while you're stuck in quarantine. Now, the second point I have to make is eat small meals but more frequently. This is a great time to be a grazer. Your key point is you want to keep your calories, or you want to keep your meals very small. So what I would suggest is having a little bit of protein with each meal, and then maybe either a carb source or a fat source or some form of vegetable. And that's it. So like a meal would be like a chicken breast and a couple pieces of broccoli, or a little piece of steak and a couple pieces of carrots or an apple, something like that. Something that just gets you going. It kind of fills the void for a while, kind of relaxes the mental anguish on the brain, and you keep going until you get hungry again. So that strategy works pretty well. Eating enough protein. So like I said before, you always want to combine your meals with a little bit of protein. This is one of the gold standard rules that I've always tried to follow. Having that extra protein in there not only is going to keep you more full, but it's going to enhance your muscle building progress if you're still working out at home. So having that little boost of protein periodically throughout the day will generally tend to make the effects last a little bit longer. You won't be as hungry later if you're consuming a little bit of protein with every meal. So, and it doesn't have to be a lot. It could be 10 to 30 grams per serving. Something like that is perfect just to keep those amino acids flowing through the system and keep yourself healthy while we battle this CB outbreak. So now the next one I have is don't eat when you're not hungry. So this is a big problem for a lot of people because, as I said, you're bored. So you have to find something to battle the boredom and calm down your nerves and get into the mind and be relaxed with your scenario, because we may be stuck here for a while, but in the end you really have to decide, why am I eating this? Am I really hungry, or am I really not hungry and just bored or anxious, stressed, blah 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 blah. So you need to self-analyze that for yourself and determine whether you're really hungry or you're just kind of I'm just watching TV and I need something to occupy my hands and my mouth. The biggest battle, the biggest getting moving is going to be your next step, which will really help calm down some of those hunger cravings and keep you from getting bored. So now, here at the Strength Lab, we're offering free Facebook workouts that I'm encouraging all of my clients and people to participate in. We can really use some extra people on those things. So, come check us out. There's minimal equipment required, and we're posting live on our Facebook feed what materials you'll need for the workout of the day, and they're pretty darn tough. They'll keep you active, they'll keep you moving, and keep those gains without the gym coming in. So, but this is also a good time for you to engage in some of those hobbies that you really don't have time for, or start a new hobby for that matter. If you like to read, if you like to, work in your garden, or anything you can do from home that you haven't been doing because, oh well, I don't have time. Well, now's a good time to get back into it and start moving again. So, connecting with your body during this time period is probably one of the most important things. Just self-awareness and mindfulness. Mindfulness of your scenario, how you're feeling. You've got to really dig deep and peel the layers away from your own mental awareness to figure out, okay, how am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? And how do I connect with my body in a different way? And a lot of people don't tend to take the time to do this, but it's a good time to kind of do a little bit of self-reflection and meditation on how you are as a person and how physically strong you really are. So take the time analyze your emotional status, analyze your feelings, and try to calm yourself down. Try to get into a Zen-like state where you're able to know what you're going through. Because sometimes we're just reacting to our external stimuli. We're not really feeling what our body is going through in this time period. And we're all going through a lot of stress. We're all under, whether it's financial difficulties or dealing with the kids, dealing with family members that may be ill, you know, this is a stressful time. And so you need to take some time for yourself and reflect and meditate and get yourself back under control, because the only way to love others and be able to care for others is if you love yourself first. So take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. That way you are stronger as a whole and you can get through this epidemic easier. Now, the last one is socialize with others. Now, this is hard when you're under social isolation, but luckily we have the internet. We have the ability to reach out to people when we're not even there. You know, take advantage of those opportunities. Skype with people, FaceTime, whatever you need to do to stay in contact with your loved ones and the people you care about, because, you know, talking out your feelings and talking through your emotional distress is going to do big dividends on your overall levels of fatigue and mental awareness. So those are my 7 big strategies for not gaining weight while under quarantine. Hope you enjoyed them. If somebody might need to read this, give it a share, and if you like it, give it a like. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon here at the lab.